Welcome back to Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSMME, on this Wednesday, August 4th. And on this particular day, it's huge in the Dominican order. Why? Because 800 years ago, today, our Holy Father, St. Dominic, left this world for the great eternity, leaving behind all of us who would come in future years, as well as a big crowd at that point in time too, who would continue to give to the flock what the Father had instructed us to: truth, veritas, and the love of God, and Jesus and Mary, and many things we could say about the Dominicans. So this has been a year of celebration in the Dominican order throughout the entire world, because we are recognizing 800 years ago, we believe, saw God face to face. Yeah, but it's also a traditional feast day in the order, as well as certainly in the church. And you might know this saint in particular because he is very beloved, especially by priests. Who is he, Sister Mary Vianney?
He is.
And why is he loved by priests?
He is Saint John Vianney, and he's the patron saint of all priests, and a beautiful model for priests. So Saint John Vianney was a French priest just after the time of the French Revolution, and he really revitalized the church in France at his time. He brought people back to the sacraments. He's
so dear.
He's a wonderful saint. And he had many practices that I think we've somewhat, in some ways, we've lost recently, but have been starting to come back because of his influence on priests, on modern priests.
Good.
One of those was his real dedication to hearing people's confessions. He loved hearing confessions. So he spent most of his day hearing confessions.
Like 18 hours a day or something?
Yeah, he started early and ended late. He heard confessions all day and loved bringing people back to the Lord in that way. He also fasted a lot, and he largely ate just potatoes. He would cook like 3 a week at the beginning of the week, and then just eat those 3 potatoes throughout the week. And then sometimes he wouldn't even eat them, and they would go moldy. And anyway, that I don't recommend that necessarily, but he definitely had a very austere life, and he said, all for sinners. He did it all for sinners. So he really was a lot like our own Saint Dominic in that way, in wanting to fast and give for sinners and for the conversion of sinners.
And Sister, if you go to ours today, you can see the little pot that he put the potatoes in. You can see the fireplace. You can see the bed that the evil one set on fire, because he was constantly, the evil one, Screwtape, was constantly trying to undo John Vianney because he was converting the world, bringing the world back to God. In fact, at one point I read someone said that if there had been 2 John Vianneys, the world would have been brought back. So as it is, he is a tremendous, tremendous saint. And Sister, you see his confessional, it's made out of chicken wire.
Oh my gosh.
And you kneel there and you're like, how did he do it for that many hours every single day? And then you see his body, because it's incorrupt. He could not have been taller than this.
Oh my gosh.
I think you would have towered over him.
Really?
So Sister, I want to commend you on your choice of your name, your religious name. And thank you for adding him so specially to our community, because he is essential.
He's a beautiful saint.
So on this feast day, let us pray for all Dominicans throughout the world, certainly, and let us pray also very especially for all priests for final and holy perseverance. And throw us in there too, okay? Thank you, Sister.
Thank you.
Signing out from Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSMME. God bless.